Hello and welcome to Formula 1 2003, a mod that has revolutionized Formula 1 2020, the game. It is a work of art that has been created by an absolutely amazing group of modders. The link to this mod will be in the description below. I'm not a YouTuber, I'm not a content creator, I'm not particularly good at talking over videos or talking while I'm playing, but this mod was that good that I thought that the least I could do is record a video so that other people can see and be exposed to the quality that they have put into this mod. There are some bugs, we'll go through that in a little bit, but it is amazing. So what I'm going to do this as a semi type of career mode, and we're going to go through and do Formula 1 2003. So let's load into the game here, and as you'll see, we have got a brand new menu screen. You can go through here, create a new save. Let me get rid of one of my saves. We're going to start a new career. This is me. I've gone for a little retro racing suit. I don't particularly like the helmet, but we can edit that later.
Welcome to the beginning of your Formula 1 journey.
And they've even gone through and done the F2 cars from previous years. So you can have very, very fun times by going through and doing the full thing. But obviously for us, we're here for the Formula 1 2003. And as you can see, they've modded in 10 teams from the Formula 1 2003 season, raising from Jordan, who, as you can tell by the performance comparison, they're at the bottom. They're mimicked on the Williams team from F1 2020. Ferrari are mimicked on the Mercedes, which is going to trigger a lot of you with the colours, because one of the bugs is essentially that the colours on your UI will show the car it's mimicked on. So for instance, we've got here Renault, which is mimicked on McLaren, and McLaren obviously don't share that. But there's so many different teams. I'm going to go for... Who shall we go for? Let's go for Jordan. Lovely yellow car, beautiful, wonderful. So who do we want as our teammate? Giancarlo Fisichella or Ralph Furman? We want Giancarlo, don't we? Absolute legend of the sport. Get him in. So for this, obviously we can't recreate the whole of the 2003 season because there are some tracks that simply can't be modded into the game. So we'll go through and do a short season. We'll start at Bahrain. We don't want Vietnam because that's never actually been raced in real life. We do want Monaco. Of course we want Monaco. Canada, yes. Austria, Britain, yes. Belgium, Italy, classic tracks. Japan, absolute classic. And we'll finish in Brazil. That sounds amazing to me. We need to bump up these. So we're going to bump this up. Let's make it 100 to start off with. And we're not going to have... Oh, I guess we are going to have qualifying. So here we go. We are into the team headquarters ahead of round one. Another bug, as you might have noticed, Williams Racing. Nope, we're Jordan, but there's some things in the game that just simply can't be modded. That, unfortunately, is one of them. But let's advance time so that we can get to the car reveal. Because realistically, what we want to see is the amazing work they've done to get us a Formula 1 2003 career in the F1 2020 game. How sexy does that look? Jesus. So normally with the career mode playthrough, obviously I'd be looking through our resources, doing everything like that, especially if I was playing my team. But people here, if anyone is going to be watching this, they're going to be watching this for the cars. They want to see it at the night. they want to see it in Bahrain. So let's have a look.
Great, you're done with the technician's briefing. Look, I know we've got a lot to get through in FP1, but Will Buxton's been pushing for a quick interview before you head out on track.
Will Buxton, eh? Wanted to talk to us at Jordan?
Just over there.
How can we say no to him?
These media
By the way,
appearances are important for a
look
few
how
reasons.
nice
They'll help build your profile and
it
your
is to
brand,
see
plus your team
people in the
have a real
background with the
boost in
right
their
drivers
reputation.
overalls from 2003.
Will,
The Jordan
as
polo
promised,
shirts,
sorry to
amazing.
keep you waiting.
Oh, mate, not a problem at all, not a problem.
Look, we've got to be out on track in about 5 minutes for FP1. So
You can even see the Jordan logo blurred at the top middle on the motorhomes. It looks amazing.
Cool, let's go.
So what have you got for us, Will?
We're used to seeing rookies in Formula One every year, but this season there's a youngster that's arrived with perhaps a little more interest in them than usual. And that's because while they've been successful at every level of their career from karts all the way through to Formula 2, they've somehow managed to stay pretty much under the radar. They don't have that luxury anymore though. They're in Formula One. Millions of people around the world watching their every move, both on
Or 5 if you're putting it on
the
YouTube.
racetrack. So let's take some time to get to know them a little bit better. So tell us a little about yourself. What's the thing you're most excited about being here in Formula One?
So 2003, the era of silent but deadly drivers. We got Schumacher, we got Kimi. We've got so many amazing drivers in this era. Becoming the best is the only thing. This is the pinnacle of motorsport. If I win here, I'll have achieved my dreams. If I beat Michael Schumacher, I have achieved my dreams.
After your successful junior career, you must have had a lot of interest. What drew you to sign for your current team?
When 2003, the only thing you want is the power unit, the sound of the cars. We are boom. The powertrain department has noticed that.
What would you say is going to be the biggest challenge for you this season?
The biggest challenge for me, adapting to a car that doesn't have the downforce of a Formula 1 2020 car. So, not many rookie drivers contend for the championship, but I'm aiming for it. To be honest, aiming for the championship in this Jordan,
Really appreciate your time, but I know you're very keen.
going to be hard.
Best of luck out
I'll give it that. It's going to be very hard. I'm not expecting a good lap because this is the first time I've driven a 2003 car. I'm doing one shot against 100 AI, faster cars. I'm not expecting much. But we're here for the fun, aren't we? So let's get out of cockpit into TV pod. These are the other angles of the cars. It just looks beautiful, but we're never ever going to drive in full chase, are we? No, we are not. So here we go. Seventh gear at 198 miles an hour, down into the braking, into the tight corner. Oh, that's tighter than I want it to be. I am not used to throttle control on this car yet, but we hopefully haven't lost too much. Nope, we're in P20. Wonderful. Obviously, Michael Schumacher flying at the front here. P19 by Giancarlo, that will be. Up into P17, but realistically this is where it's going to be lost. Bit of a sloppy exit there. Not too great entry either, but we're getting there. So you've got to remember we can't take this flat out. Car does not... Oh, no. Maybe it was just really bad in practice. So we're miles off the gap to Michael Schumacher. We are not going to be in championship contention here, but losing a place on the end of the straight, that's not good. Back up into P15. It's going to be a low start for us. Michael's already finished his lap, and we're down into P16 again. There's someone just ahead of us that's faster on the straights. And I really need to change that helmet if I'm going to be driving in a beautiful yellow car.
Let's have a quick look at those who will be fronting the grid. Bottas, Hamilton, and Charles Leclerc.
So yep, the Jaguars are faster than me in a straight line, it seems.
We'll be live and uninterrupted.
We are far off.
So make sure you join us then.
So let's get into the Grand Prix.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. It's been a great qualifying. You didn't spend much time.
So as you can see, race day. We are here, we're in the Jordan garage. The Jordan logos at the back looks amazing. Unfortunately, some of the Williams ones are still there, but like I say, you can't mod everything. As you can see here, we're in the Jordan garage on race day. Obviously, Giancarlo is sat across from me, and he has got a Bridgestone hat on. That's the level of detail they've gone into. Obviously, back in 2003, you had Michelin and Bridgestone runners, so different sets of tyres, not just like one now we have with Pirelli. Each different driver has their different hats, which is a crazy level of detail. Obviously, the Williams logos at the top, a little bit immersion braking, but apart from that, absolutely fantastic. So let's get in and see how we fare in this race.
Months of rumour and speculation all come to an end today.
God, Bahrain looks good.
To racing for the opening events of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round one of this year's Formula One World Championship. We go racing today around 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit.
Say it again.
15 corners and 2 good passing opportunities into turns 1 and 4.
We don't have DRS zones in 2003, so we're not going to have any DRS now.
Braking zone of turn 10. Here we are then, Formula One in 2020. The fight for the World
2003.
Championship all starts here today. Mercedes on the hunt for a 7th consecutive title. They'll have Ferrari
That BAR Honda kit. Oh.
on the way. Williams struggled to find their feet last year. They'll be hoping for a stronger start this time around. And what I wonder of the Renault-powered cars. Will they be able to step forward, maybe even onto the podium on a regular basis? Plenty to discuss then with Anthony Davidson. He's out of hibernation too.
Rubens Barrichello on pole.
In the commentary box once again.
It's good to be back, Crofty. Let's hope for some good racing today. We can't know at this point how competitive these teams are relative to each other, but hopefully nobody is able to run and hide. We want to see these drivers pushing to the limit all the way to the checkered flag.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position.
So the audio is obviously wrong.
Completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have.
So let's skip it because the audio is wrong. But Lord, this looks good. What's weird is even though this is 2003, Kimi Räikkönen will still have the right name. Strategy hard medium, it's asking me to go. Whew. Obviously with these tyres, they last a lot longer. As you can tell, they just last and last and last. It doesn't matter what you pick, because realistically, in those days, tyres weren't built to blow up. Solid start with Webber off the line quicker. Try and get behind him for that slipstream. Oh, he's slower than I thought he would be. This is going to be chaos in turn one. Everyone's, oh, bumped hard, sent up the inside, and I did not want to go like that. Whoa, look at these cars flying. Got Button, Frenson. Oh, we're going full wide up here. Better get myself into Rich and try and get any last ounce of speed. He's going to brake harder than me. And we have absolutely sent that. I am sorry, but there is no way I'm getting DNF from my first race here. It's my first race of my career, boys. Kimi Räikkönen trying to send it up on the inside. That's always nice to see. He hasn't changed one bit. And we've got Fernando Alonso. Oh, hello, my friend, out in front of me up in 10th. And that is the points position that I want in this Jordan car. The second you tap the throttle with any kind of force, my lord, it does not like that. Kimi's trying to take my slipstream here. So we're already 1.5 seconds behind Alonso going round towards the end of lap 1, which is not good at all. We're going to be eaten for dinner by Kimi here. As you can see, just the straight line speed of Alonso's car is just staggeringly quicker. Michael Schumacher sets the fastest lap with a 1:31. He is flying. Should have maybe done a bit more to defend that. Successfully beat Kimi around the corner though. And that's what you love to see. The fighting up front has meant that I can catch some ground anyway. Give a little peek to Kimi just so he doesn't start to send me in that corner. And here we are in the straight right left. They're fighting, they're slowing down. But can I capture it with a much slower car? Oh, we've gone wide, oh, we've spun. It's going to cost us some positions. Got to re-enter safely though. Luckily we've got a big gap to Heinz-Harald Frentzen. Oh, don't know what just happened to Kimi there, but he just flicked around. Got to lift through that part on this heavy fuel. Oh, God, you do. You see the speed to me. I'm getting towards Kimi, but I'm just never going to catch them. Well, that's what he hopes. Just listen to the sound of these cars. I'm going to shut up for a bit and just let you listen to them. what I would do to have the sound back in a car again. Raikkonen going for a pass on Villeneuve. Trying to catch any faint part of that slipstream I can. Oh, 2 past him? No. Villeneuve holds his line but ducks out. That is not how you stay a racing driver, Jack. Slightly wide. Oh, nearly did a Verstappen there. Unfortunately, the F1 2020 game is not as forgiving as the Marshals were to Lewis Hamilton. Oh, we've been concentrating on the driver and not the road, and there we go, flying past.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Says he wants me to pit a lap early. I'm going to say no. I feel that that extra lap may help us out a little bit. Oh, we've got the speed on them here. Oh, I'm going to have to come off the throttle. No! But their fighting ahead is definitely going to cause us a chance to get some points. Oh, Raikkonen makes the move, stick on Olivier Panis. Can we make it 2 with some slipstream? Slipstream being pretty much the only thing I've got to use to overtake here. No overtake button. A bit of a cheeky send there. Got to hold him on the outside. Oh, that was a bit of a cheeky manoeuvre, Panis. That was in the braking zone, mate. When you're inside, you've got to leave me some room. Thank you very much. And there we go. We are up into P10, and that is points, baby. Let's see if we can do any better. And through the pit stops, we need to try and work out if we can gain 2 seconds on Raikkonen. Kimi, please. We're just losing time to Kimi here. This is not good. Tyre wear at the back, 36 and 34. The sheer loads that they're getting put under. Kimi's making a move. Kimi really wants to get some more points. Kimi's making a move up front. Darts to the inside, takes the position. Nice move, Kimi. And that little slowdown of speed may give me a little opportunity here to try and get some... Come on, Jordan, you can make it around this corner without lifting. No, you cannot. Nearly take the back wing off Damata there. I'll be honest, Damata's a guy I don't know too much about. I really hope that's how you pronounce his name. But what I do hope is that I can somehow use his pace advantage, but my pit stop advantage, into getting this position ahead of me. We've sent it late. Oh, we've made contact. That is my bad, D'Amato. I am sorry. But we're hanging on to the boot of Raikkonen. He's trying to catch Fernando Alonso, who's 4 seconds ahead. That's going to be a hard ask for him. But we're still staying within a second of him. That lovely DRS, if DRS had been invented this long ago, range. But he's just so quick in a straight line. My lord. Fun fact about 2003 is that we may have even had John Lacey in a Jordan if he decided to carry on. Now that would have been a great pairing. Fisichella and a Lacey. Wow. A Lacey would have been at the end of his career then, but obviously he retired. He had an offer in 2002 for Jordan. And realistically, back then, Jordan was a good team, but they were bumbling around. They've gone up and down the order. Come on, boys, get these off quickly and get them on. Thank you, Jordan Pit Crew. And we are out ahead of Kimi. That is a fantastic stop from the pit crew. And now we're going to have to put in a good lap to try and close that gap to Fernando Alonso, who is the net guy ahead of us on pretty cold tyres, it feels like. Oh, Fernando pitted. Okay, okay. The thing I'm feeling with these cars is you've got to feather the brake a bit more than the 2020 car. On the 2020 car, you can stamp it and let off to make sure you don't lock and things like that. I haven't got, I mean, I've got the ABS assist on for this because I didn't just want to be absolutely binning it. But normally on 2020, I can run without it sometimes, and especially for fun races and like offline races. I probably won't run it in a league race, but nice easy overtake here. Fernando's still 3 seconds ahead. Let's see who's in the pits. Fisichella, my teammate's going into the pit. Mark Webber's pits. Heinz-Harald Frentzen, Jacques Villeneuve, Matta's pit. Yep, we've made it out in front of him quite comfortably. So it looks like the early pit stop has definitely worked. Trillian Alonso in the Renault ahead. I know it's a McLaren colour, but it's a Renault. Trust me. It's weird like that. Kimi's sticking into my second. I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to catch Alonso ahead of me because he's going to just be fighting clean air completely, so he's just not going to make any mistakes because he's a computer.
Signs ahead, gap to car in front is 2.4 seconds. The time last lap was a 1 minute 52.3.
The 52.3 doesn't help because that was his pit lap. Really wish I'd had Australia as the first race now, because that is by far my best track. And Bahrain, as you could probably tell, is not. But having these cars going around somewhere like Monza is going to be absolutely fantastic. But now we're in a battle with Kimi. He is just closed right up, and I've lost all my time on Alonso ahead. Sorry, Kimi, but no, you cannot pass me through there. Michael Schumacher with a 129. What a lap from him. Yellow flag in the sector behind me. Don't know what's happened there. Car looks like a car's going slowly. Are we going to get a safety car? It says Kimi's out of the session, but it's actually not Kimi, because Kimi is battling me on the inside. And trust me, he is not out of the session, but he can't make that stick. Did not have the traction out of turn 1 in to make it there. Somehow we've got it down to 2 seconds on Alonso in front, but I just don't think we're going to have what it takes to catch him through this last sector, because he is rapid through here. Nearly touched the curb of death there. My hesitancy cost me there. Don't know how these old cars feel on that curb of death. If you're on a 2020 car, you can spin backwards quickly. Much like Hungary, on that random little sausage curb on the sweeping right-hander that you just say no to. Kimi loves that turn 1 send. I am fighting for this 8th place.
Perez, they have an issue with their car. They're going to be slow.
Kimi is fighting me hard here. I'm going to have to do everything I can and try not to make as many mistakes as I'm making, because it is getting embarrassing now. I don't think Kimi's going to be able to overtake me unless he gets an absolutely amazing run in down the final straight. And I don't think, unless something happens here. Oh, that's bad, that's bad. May have just opened the door to Kimi here. The very red sector 2. Lost half a second on myself to Alonso, that's not good. Run really wide on the exit of the last corner here. Kimi is going to close me down like an absolute fox. And Kimi is smart. Oh, he sends it down the inside. I thought it was going to go wide. I wanted to send him incredibly wide. Park it on the corner. Cut that corner. Oh. Trying to leave Kimi as much room as possible, because with how he's driving and his speed, there is quite a lot of chance that he could take us both out here and cost us both the points. It's going to be an absolute hold for this last lap. I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to send me 2 or 3 times, and if all he's got to do is make one of them stick. Just like Hamilton and Verstappen, except Hamilton managed to come out on top. Raikkonen's going to get me here. Try to late brake around the outside. Can we beat him onto the track? Just. But just as we're heading onto this last lap of the first race of the 2003 season, for some reason, in the night Bahrain, and I get passed by Kimi, can we just appreciate how beautiful these cars sound? And I'm going to have to try my best to overtake Kimi on the last lap when he has been absolutely hounding me. That's not what we need. That's not what we need at all. And that's cost us the race. As we hear the fireworks going off for Michael Schumacher winning the race with a Ferrari. I cannot catch Kimi. Don't have the speed. We're 6 seconds ahead of Damata. So it looks like we're going to come home into a 9th position here. I hope Eddie Jordan brings some upgrades to the next race, because this car does not feel fantastic to drive, but my lord is it nice sounding. Listen to this. And despite the disappointing 9th for Jordan on no practice and driver of the day, I love it. But the most important thing is this mod is fantastic. I will make sure it's in the description because you've really got to enjoy this.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the
Look at the
Silver Arrows who
Michelin
take
and
top
the
spot.
Bridgestone hats.
A well-earned victory for
Nice
the
little
team.
touches here that really show the difference. And it just looks right seeing a Marlboro sponsorship on a Ferrari kit, doesn't it?
So, let's review the driver's standings. After an incredible performance, Lewis Hamilton secures the top spot in the driver's...
So that's that.
So that was an exciting race from our perspective. Let's have
Or so
you-
we hoped.
You really looked in control of your car out there. Your team must be thrilled.
I am thrilled with their support during the race.
It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it?
Yeah, it was mostly me that affected that as well.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Thank you. So, as you can see, that is Formula 1 2003 with an absolutely amazing mod made by the team over at Race Department. Like I say, the link will be in the description below. I really hope you've enjoyed seeing these cars racing in a modern game. Outside of obviously the one classic car that we have, seeing all the cars on the grid, all the names, brings back so many memories from me from my childhood. It is absolutely fantastic, so give it a download and make sure you enjoy all the hard work they've put in. Like I say, it's a PC only mod, and from me, I might make some more of these videos. I hopefully will if people actually enjoy it. So do drop a like and a subscribe if you want to see some of that. And otherwise, thank you very much for watching. Go enjoy the mods.